The sickening thump of bones slamming against concrete ricocheted through the silent school hallway. Students froze mid-stride, mouths agape, as 16-year-old Emily Carter tumbled helplessly down the staircase, her backpack spinning like a top before skidding across the floor. For a heartbeat, it felt as if time itself had stopped. Nobody realized what was coming. Nobody suspected that Emily wasn't just another quiet girl. She carried a secret that made her far from ordinary. Her father, a retired US Marine, had trained her in ways no one dared to imagine. And in that instant, the game had changed. Emily had never wanted this life. She didn't seek attention, didn't want to be the girl whispered about in the hallways for the wrong reasons. But loss had shaped her. Her mother had died of cancer when Emily was just 9, leaving her in the care of Sergeant Carter, a man whose love was as strict as it was protective. Growing up in a military household was no walk in the park. It was discipline, early mornings, and lessons in resilience that most kids couldn't even fathom. While the sun was still hiding behind the horizon, Emily would be in the backyard, her small frame moving with precision through defense drills, push, and controlled breathing exercises her father drilled into her. She had always thought of it as routine, as preparation for life, never imagining that one day it would be her lifeline in the very place she felt most vulnerable. School. Despite her strength and training, Emily kept herself invisible at school. She spoke little, avoided cliques, and kept her gaze low, trying to fly under the radar. But quiet never meant safe. In fact, it made her the perfect target for the cruelest trio in the school: Brittany, Jason, and Trent. They had taken to calling her Soldier Girl with sneering laughter, spreading whispers and rumors in every hallway. They knocked her books from her desk, snatched her lunch when no teachers were watching, and delighted in every small humiliation they could inflict. But nothing compared to what they had planned that Wednesday. Nothing at all. Emily was making her usual walk to her next class when she noticed Brittany leaning casually against the railing at the top of the main staircase. The girl's grin was sharp, almost predatory. Behind Emily, Jason and Trent closed in like shadows, silent but menacing. Emily froze, a flicker of caution running through her. Before she could even take a step back, Jason shoved her hard from behind. Her feet betrayed her. The world flipped upside down. She tumbled down the stairs, each step hitting like a drumbeat of dread. Books and papers flew, backpacks spinning wildly, as gasps erupted from nearby students. The bullies' laughter was cruel, echoing off the walls, blind to the storm they had just unleashed. Around her, faces blurred in shock. Emily's heart pounded, but somewhere deep inside, a fire ignited, a warning her tormentors could never have expected. This was more than a fall. This was a turning point, and everything was about to change. Lying at the bottom of the stairs, Emily's heart raced not with fear, but with a sharp, focused adrenaline. Her elbow was scraped, her lips slightly split, but nothing that mattered. Slowly, deliberately, she pushed herself upright, locking eyes with Brittany at the top of the staircase. In her mind, her father's lessons echoed like a mantra. Control your breath. Control your body. Control the situation. Emily straightened, brushing dirt from her clothes as whispers rippled through the growing crowd. Some students raised their phones, capturing every second. But Emily's expression didn't waver. To calm, to composed, to in control. This was no ordinary girl. This was someone who had been forged in discipline, resilience, and precision. Later, in the cafeteria, the bullies tried again, jeering and mocking her fall. That's when Emily decided she had had enough. She felt her father's words surge through her memory. Sometimes standing up isn't about fists. It's about courage. But today, courage would meet skill. When Trent lunged to trip her, Emily sidestepped with fluid grace, gripping his arm. In one smooth, controlled motion, she twisted just enough to unbalance him, teaching, not hurting. Jason came next, charging with blind rage. Emily shifted, employing a simple, disarming technique her father had drilled into her. In seconds, she had him pinned gently to the ground, every movement precise, measured, and devoid of anger. The cafeteria fell into stunned silence. Phones recorded every detail. Jaws dropped. Emily wasn't just defending herself. She was commanding respect with calm authority. Brittany backed away, her confident smirk replaced by pale shock. After the chaos, the principal called Emily to the office. She braced for punishment, expecting suspension or a lecture. But the videos circulating told a different story. Instead of condemnation, Emily was praised for restraint, for bravery, for taking control without cruelty. That day she learned something profound. True strength wasn't just about fighting. It was about standing tall, keeping your composure, and letting courage guide every action.